Peace, peace, beautiful people. It is I, your friendly neighborhood ImahX, and I missed you guys. I was down for the count, but if I always am advising you guys to, take time for yourself, listen to your body and so forth, then it would be hypocritical of me to not do the same. But we are sitting here with our smudge stick, anointing the space for the energy of ritual. We're going to go ahead and do our tuning forks. Everybody get ready. Take a deep breath with me. Inhale. Exhale. And a quick little visualization tool for when we're doing our alignment and our cleansing. You do your inhale and your exhale, you can picture light coming into your body, or some other sort of, positive energy or love entering your body or whatever. And you can picture and honestly feel just negativity draining away as you exhale. So just a little bit of something to add a little bit more potency and nuance. You see the smoke swirling. It is a good day. So I know I told you guys that I had a special coming up for you guys, and it's a free reading chance. Yay! Bam, 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 bam. So all you have to do is like this video and comment the Hamza below. We're going to be doing and announcing the winners on Monday, so you guys will have the weekend to check it out and see whether it's aligned with you. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into our weekend reading. And we've been going for a minute. Now we back with the jump off. So Most High, ancestors, angels, spirits, guides of our collective, what do you have for us as we step in to this weekend, as we are transitioning from Leo season to Virgo season? What do you have for us? Moth spirit, surrender now. Okay, so first thing, this is giving very big sacral chakra and also root chakra energy. Moths energetically carry a signature of transformation, but also the nighttime symbol of transformation. So more so like transformation of the darker aspects. And the thing about when you are in the midst of transformation, it is a process that you do not know how it's always going to end. You do not know where you are always going to end up when you begin the process. I'm not sure if caterpillars know that they turn into moths, or even if they know what type of moth they will turn into. But there's a certain element of surrender that even is necessary to even breach the threshold of transition. You have to surrender the old life. The caterpillar has to surrender the life of being a caterpillar and crawling on the ground and all of the things that came along with that in order to gain its wings. So it has to surrender, even though it might not make it out of the chrysalis. It might fail to fully transform. It might get predated on while it is in the chrysalis. It is acting purely on faith when it chooses to go through that initiation. So much can be said for us in the same way. As I know it's scary. I know it's scary to change. I know your comfort zone is so warm and cuddly. It is. I get it. I know. I have a Taurus moon. Comfort would be my middle name if my middle name were not hope. But you have to surrender if you truly want to change. I had a homie of mine pose a question, internet homie, shout out to Handles, dope MC, but had an internet homie of mine pose a question of whether people can truly change. And the answer is yes, but it requires full surrender. It requires you to let go of all attachments to all of the previous things that used to define you. Your attachment to, the way you wear your hair. That's why, like, a lot of times when you go through spiritual enlightenment, they make you cut your hair. It is a detachment. It is a symbolic detachment from your ego. It is a symbolic shedding of self. And The universe requires a degree of sacrifice if you want something greater. You can stay where you are. That's the beauty of it. You have the choice. The choice is yours. You can get with this or you can get with that. And you can get with this because this is where it's at. But at the end of the day, the choice is now. So message number 1, surrender. Surrender. Go with the flow. Go with the wind. Let the wind, let spirit be the wind beneath your wings. And trust that where it is taking you and guiding you is some place that you could have never navigated to on your own. And that is the beauty and the divinity of it. That is the beauty of the co-creation. So Most High, giving a little moon energy. What do you have for us? New moon in Sagittarius. Focus on the positive. And I know that we got that message also last week, but it is so necessary to make sure that we are giving our energy to the outcomes that we would actually like and desire. That, like, think about it this way. If you had a certain amount of energy and you're like, oh no, I'm worried about this happening, you could like sit there and spend energy worrying about those things happening, or you could take positive steps of action to insulate yourself against those things, or to prepare for those things if it's things that need to be prepared for or that can be prepared for. But focus on solutions, focus on the positive. It can be scary. It can be scary when you are, riding on the wind, when you are hang gliding a sharp gust, and you might think, oh, it's all over. But you could also think, ooh, now I'm about to go even higher. So you have two responses to stimuli. You can either catastrophize and think of all the negatives and all the ways, or you can either aggrandize and you can think of all of the wonderful ways that it can turn out and benefit for you. But the only difference is what your mind decides to do. And we are engineered within this society to think about the worst scenario because you want to be able to prepare for it. But 9 times out of 10, you are capable of dealing with things in real time. You do not have to, look so far down the road and be on the look out for potholes, look out for potholes and, little divots in the road and so forth. Just trust. Just trust. That is part of the surrendering. So focus on the positive. Rewire your brain that when you hear a noise, you don't think, what was that? Was something negative? Something negative? Did it fall? Did something break? Just be like, ooh, I wonder like what my animal is doing. There must be in there having fun. Or just reprogram your response to stimuli. And without further ado, we're going to get into the irreverent rebel deck because we are rebels over here on this channel. We go against the status quo and the grain. So welcome. Ooh! Winning. You got a good thing going. Don't ruin that ish. Winning. Didn't I just say we were a bunch of... That's why you get to focus on the positive, because you're actually winning. I know there have been times when things have not been ideal, and so you needed to be aware of the negative things. But now those things are in the past. You are in a season and in an era that you prayed for previously. You are where your younger self dreamed of being in many, many ways and in many, many aspects. You are out here winning, and the only one who can mess it up is you. You got a good thing going. Don't ruin that ish. It doesn't say don't let somebody else ruin that ish. It says don't you go around ruining it. So focus on the positive and surrender. That's how you get to the winning. Hey, and this has been this week's guide. Comment your Hamza hand below to enter into the winning. And I'm doing one from each platform. So one on TikTok, one on Instagram, one on YouTube. You can enter in all 3 places to maximize. But be blessed, be well, be naturally you. I love you guys.